Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. We're bringing you something different today. We had a lot of people talking about and asking about mouthpieces, why we run them, why Danny runs them. Today we're going to show you what exactly we use and why, and the whole process of how we take it from the package to making it fit your mouth. Hi, I'm Billy Dietrich, sprint car mechanic and driver. I've been around racing my whole life and it's pretty much all I know. We created this channel to share the good and the bad and everything in between. Our crew may not be the most experienced or professional, but we get it done and we have a good time doing it. We'll show you what it's really like racing weekly at some of the best tracks in central Pennsylvania. I'm also going to share some sprint car tutorials, mechanics, parts, and whatever else I feel like. So like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And enjoy the ride. Yeah, boy. Alright, so a lot of people want to know why we use a mouth guard. You know, you see them used by professional athletes all the time, football players, hockey players. You know, the number one reason is concussions. You know, they always want to say, you know, mouth guard, your jaw slamming shut, concussion, and that holds true for a race car driver, you know, especially a sprint car driver where, you know, not uncommon to get in accidents and flip upside down and take a tumble, you know, and during them tumbles, you know, your head might slam back against the seat, you know, and that's one common thing that I feel as though that I can tell when you're in an accident. You know, you're racing into the corner and something happens, you get turned around and you're sliding back and all of a sudden the car stops hard, you know, and your head slams back against the seat, you know, because the seat's right there, so there's really nowhere for your head to go, and then, you know, your jaw might, bam, you know, pop up. And then, you know, another example of that is we've all seen it, the car goes flipping, you know, one way or another, and the thing lands hard, whether it be on the top of the cage or the back of the cage or even on the front end, you know, same deal, you know, that sudden jolt. So you want the mouthpiece in there to protect you from a concussion, you know, without a doubt. It happens all the time. You know, a lot of guys just keep walking away from the car, but they're walking away with probably some form of concussion. If you had a mouth guard, it probably would definitely cut down on that for sure, maybe even eliminate it. You know, another reason why you would run a mouth guard is to protect your teeth and your jaw from all the same things I just talked about. There's going to protect you from hurting your teeth, chipping a tooth, and or, you know, biting your tongue or biting the cheek. Same thing, all the same circumstances. I personally can tell you that when I went to using the mouth guard, you know, we use this one right here in front of us, I noticed how much I was clenching down my teeth or grinding my teeth to the point where when I put the mouth guard in, I was like kind of taken back, like how bad it really was doing that. And I guess when you're focused that hard on, you know, the car and the racing and I guess maybe it's just normal, that's what I did. So I find myself now sometimes even relaxing more than I probably ever thought about before, even maybe chewing on the mouth guard a little bit. So there's some reasons why we use a mouth guard. It's really important. To me, I don't want to race without one after everything we just talked about. Now we're going to show you what we do as far as getting the mouthpiece to fit properly, the steps we take to get it ready. And we're going to take you through all them steps. We're actually going to show you why we use this mouth guard and details behind it. And a special cameo by Double D here with more information on mouth guard. So here we go.
All right, so we're going to show you the mouth guard that we use, why, and how we go ahead and fit it. So this is the mouth guard that we use. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got it. It's an O Pro, but it has the instant custom fit. And the reason why this one for us works better is because it comes with 2 cages, and one of the cages actually holds it against your teeth while it's molding, so you don't have to, some of them you have to physically push on. Also, it's very wide. Bill's got a big mouth. Yep. Like his teeth are very wide, and some of the other ones that we use just would not even fit in his mouth. Even one of them, when we went to mold it, he bit the corner of it and it just wouldn't fit around his teeth. So this is the one that we use, and I'll link it in the description below. So if we open this up, we can see the pieces in here. It actually comes with 2 trays, a black one and a white one. Black one holds onto it, and then the white one is what goes on, and you put it in your mouth with that. And then it has the mouth guard itself. before it's molded, you can see the little lines in there, but once it's heated up, those will mold into the shape of the teeth. So the first step with this is obviously take it out of the package and make sure all the parts are here. But then the second step is to practice. So whoever's gonna use this mouth guard needs to take this piece and practice rotating it into their mouth until they're really good at it and they can do it smoothly. Because once it's hot and ready to go, you only have one shot to do this, and it's a small time frame. So in a couple minutes here, Bill's gonna do his practice run. But first, I'm gonna show you all the things you'll need to gather together before you mold your mouthpiece. All right, the things that you'll need to gather together to do your mouthpiece are these here on my stove. So like the first thing you're gonna need is your actual stove. And then you'll need a pot to warm the water in. You'll need some water. I got like 2 cups of water, which is more than enough for this pot. You'll need a ceramic bowl to put the boiling water in. It's important that it's ceramic and not metal. On the instructions for this mouth guard, it specifically states ceramic. And I saw online that if you did use a metal bowl, the mouthpiece will stick to the side. So you want to make sure you have a ceramic bowl. All right, you're gonna need a spoon to get it out of there when it's hot. I like to use a really big one because the mouth guard's pretty hefty. You will need a bowl of cold water for when the mouth guard is done to cool it down. And you're gonna need some sort of timer. So you can either use like a kitchen timer, or we're gonna use Bill's phone because my phone is recording this video.
The first step we're going to do is we're going to take this pot here and we're going to put water in it. And we're going to start bringing it up to temperature so it can start boiling. Just like so. And I'm going to start practicing with my mouth technique here because I don't want to screw this up again because I've done that before. Meanwhile, I want you guys take a look at this video about me and Double D and getting his thoughts on the mouthpiece.
All right, get serious. All right, so I'm here with Danny, and Danny is the first person I know that used the mouthpiece, and that's why I started using it. So, Danny, tell us why you felt like you needed it, and you feel like it's helped you, since you started using it?
Yeah, I mean, I started running them probably 4 or 5 years ago now. I just got tired of getting what I felt were concussions, and thought if other contact sports wore them, why shouldn't we? There's a lot of concussions due to the way your jaw might slam in a crash, or outside of concussion thing is sensitive teeth. I get tired of having sensitive teeth and the way they might grind and eating cold stuff. So all in all, it didn't bother me as soon as I tried it. So I just kept with it.
So is there an instance where since you started using it, you felt like if you wouldn't have had it, maybe things would have been different?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where I've crashed and I felt like if I didn't have it, I would have been like what I would call wappy after the crash. You're not all there. Not that I'm all there anyway, but just felt better mentally, after the crash than I thought I would have in previous crashes that were similar.
Yep, that's a good idea, and I think
if you get one, you'll never even know you're wearing it while you're racing. Get a fitted one, and I use the same type, and yeah.
Did you have any that you didn't like?
Nah, I mean, if you don't mold them right, then you're not gonna like them. It's kind of a one-time shot to mold them. I've tried to redo them at times, and they just don't work. You can move the rubber a little bit, but a lot of times you bite down so hard that it's already squished down. You're already kind of screwed. You're stuck with what you got.
All right, there you go. There's Double D's take on the mouth guard.
All right, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that video from Double D. We got our water boiling. It has to boil for at least 15 seconds, so just keep that in mind. Ours has been boiling for a couple. One more thing I wanted to mention that's kind of important is that you need to have your timer set up. And if you're using your phone, I suggest that you go in and shut your auto lock off. That way you're not fooling around trying to unlock your phone and getting a couple seconds off on your times, because the times are really critical. So I already took the lock off of this, and I already have it totally set to 25 seconds. So I can just hit start once I get it in this water. So we had Bill practicing with the mouth guard like this. He's ready to roll, right?
I think so.
So now we're gonna remove the black from the white. We're gonna put the actual mouth guard in the black piece. We're gonna take our water, dump it in our bowl, ceramic bowl. And then we're gonna put this in and start our timer. All right, so while that's running, I'm going to talk about the next step because we're going to move pretty fast here. Bill's going to pull a chair over and sit down so he's relaxed and ready to go. Once the timer goes off, I'm going to pull it out with this spoon and cool it for 15 seconds. I'm not going to start the timer for 15 seconds. I'm just going to, estimate 15 seconds of waving it around until it cools. You don't want anyone to take this and shove it right in their mouth because they will burn themselves. All right, there's our timer. Okay. So now I'm going to remove this and try to get the water out. Bill, can you get that to stop making noise? And just wave it around for 15 seconds.
All right.
So once we're done cooling this for a couple more seconds, we're going to put it back into this white piece. I don't want Bill to burn his mouth, so I want There we go. Okay. So once Bill gets it in the mouth, we're going to start another timer, 20 seconds. And he's going to bite down hard for this 20 seconds. All the way. Once the timer goes off, he'll do 30 seconds of just holding it in his mouth so it can start to cool. Is it too hot? Perfect. All right, we're almost there. You feel like you got it in there good? Was it hard? No? All right. Okay, so now you're on your 30 seconds of just letting it sit in your mouth. Once this 30 seconds is over, we're going to grab the mouthpiece and put it in the cold water. We even put a couple ice cubes in our tap water just to make sure it was cold enough to cool it down. 2, 1, done. All right. Looks like we got a real good mold. You didn't bite it.
I did good this
All
time.
right, we're just going to take the whole thing and plop it into the cold water. And it's going to sit in there for 30 seconds.
So that's half a minute.
Good job, Bill.
All right, yeah. 30 seconds is done. The mouthpiece is ready. We don't need them cages anymore. I got it right here. Let's check it out. You know what? It fits great. Here's what it looks like. Take a look, everybody. So when you're squeezing down hard, you can see all your indentations there. One thing about this mouthpiece also, the bottom side stays the same. So it fits great. I can speak with it in my mouth, just like this. I can talk to my crew and talk to my wife. It doesn't fall out. And the reason why that's important is there is a big difference in mouthpieces. So you go to the store, some mouthpieces are not going to mold like this one does. This brand seems to be the best for what we use. It stays in there. It fits perfect. As you can see there, perfect fit. I did not catch the side. I've done that before. You know what? If you're doing this and you make a mistake, you bite down the corner, throw it away, get a new one. It's not worth the aggravation of trying to use one that doesn't fit properly. There you have it. Mouthguard video. Hope everybody likes it. Put it to use. If you're a race car driver out there, go get one. You'll be glad you did. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. BillyDietrich.com. Got new merch. And comment below. I know you're going to watch this video. I'm sure you're going to have comments. By all means, comment. I'll get reading the comments. I'll respond. Appreciate everybody out there checking us out. And we'll see you next time.